I think the coaches that already exist, the coaches that are at 6, 7 figures, they already exist. I think they are unintentionally misforming new coaches. I think they're unintentionally miseducating new coaches who come into this world. Why? Because they're always posting about how they're making money not doing anything. They're always posting, I made $10,000 while taking a bath. I made $6,000 while walking my dog. I am on this beach with this hot stud sipping Mai Tais and I just hit $100,000. Okay. Does that happen? 100% absolutely. It definitely 100% happens. But you know what's so misinforming about this? The fact that these coaches talk about how effortless and easy money comes to them, but they don't talk about the fucking amount of hustle it took for them to reach that point in their business. You only see the after picture. You don't see the before picture. You don't see the person who shows up from fucking 9 in the morning until 9 at night, hustling her ass off to get sales, to show up in her business, to show up on social media. You don't see any of that. And that's not your fault. It's not. It's their fault for not showing you. It's their fault for not being transparent. It's their fault for only showing this perfect image that they want to portray. But let me tell you, they 100% get to that point in their business where they can sit back, relax, and cash be flowing. Totally. But it required years of work to get them to that fucking point. If you think you can come into this world of coaching and not do work, bitch, you crazy. You are fucking crazy. Every business requires work. Every single business. It doesn't matter if it's coaching. It doesn't matter if it's corporate America. It doesn't matter what the fuck business. It requires work. So you cannot come into the realm of coaching and sit down and say, I'm going to sit, I'm going to eat bonbons, I'm going to sip champagne like Melanie and Lair, Lauren and Liz Love, Jen Casey, Stephanie Bellinger, Amanda Francis, and all of this money is going to full on fall in my fucking lap. No. Yes, that happens to them, but they worked years to achieve that. They spent hours in front of the computer to achieve that. They had multiple one-on-one clients to achieve that. They pushed programs, they pushed sales, they did all of that to get to that point. And so many new coaches come in here and think, I don't have to fucking show up. I don't have to do the work. I don't have to do any of it. And money is just going to be like, bitch, come here. No, that's not how it works. And yes, and I understand that it's not your fault to think this if you do think this. I understand 100% because you are being overloaded with people and images telling you the exact opposite. Telling you that you can sit in your feminine energy and you can go out on a walk and make $16 million. That's not your fault. That's their fault for only showing half the truth. So let me tell you this. Let me show you the other half of the truth. It requires hustle. To get to this point in my business, I have hustled my ass off for 6 fucking months. What does hustle mean to me? It's definitely not as bad as the culinary career. I was used to hustling, but that means showing up on social media every single day since January 1st of 2019. That means posting consistently on my wall and in my close Facebook groups. That means showing up consistently for Free Coaching Friday, for lives on Wednesdays and Mondays. That means having long fucking conversations with people before they buy my program. That means doing all of the work that was necessary to get to this point. Up until you hit a certain point in your business, you've got to fucking hustle. I don't give a flying fuck what anybody says. The truth is you have got to hustle at a certain point in your business. Life will not just be handed to you. We cannot manifest fucking everything if we're not actively doing things to reach that manifestation. And it's not anybody's fault. It's just miseducating people. And I come into contact with so many coaches who are so wishy-washy about coaching, who are like, I want to make millions of dollars, but I don't want to show up on a live video. I want to make $1 million, but I don't want to talk to anybody in my closed Facebook group. I have 6,000 people there. I don't want to talk to them. That's not how this works. It's not. It's hustle. As many coaches that may sit here and say hustle is bad, hustle is your best motherfucking friend when you launch your business. Hustle is your best friend. So if you are the coach who is sitting here and saying, I want to make 100K, guess what? It requires work. It requires you showing up. It requires you stop making excuses about every fucking thing and do the work. It requires work. And it's so important that we tell people this, because coaching is not an easy job. Do I love it? 150 fucking %. But to get to this point, I had to run multiple courses at one time. I had to do live video trainings in everything. I had to get up on live video for 8 months straight. I had to hustle. Now I've reached a certain level in my business where I can kick back a little. I don't have to be so up in everyone's grill all the time. But I had to be to get here. And it requires work. So you can sit here and you can say, I want to be a coach, but then you make every excuse that you don't have time, that your kids are doing this, that you have prior engagements, that this and this and this and this. You can have a box full of excuses, or you can be rich. What do you choose? Because so many people, all I hear is excuses, and no one wants to show up. But they want to reap the benefit of showing up. That's not how it flies. That's not how it works. You have to work. You have to put the fucking legwork in, guys. You can't just be expecting to come in here and hit 20K months without doing the work. And if you're sitting here and you're comparing yourself to all these other people who are hitting 20, 30, 40K months, and you're like, why are they hitting 20K months? Bitch is hustling her ass off. That's why she's hitting those months. Even though she's at the same level as you. You both started at the same time. She is not making excuses. She is not living in fear. She is hustling. She is showing up. She is doing the damn thing. So if you want to succeed in your business, you've got to put some work in. Yes, coaching's great and it can be effortless when you reach a certain point in your business. But it's so important that we tell people at the beginning, it is hustle. It is hustle. Feminine energy, yeah, that's great. It's all involved in there. But your masculine energy, bitch, you need to step into that role. You need to take the, no pun intended, I guess. You need to grab masculine energy by the balls and embrace it. Because that's what's going to get your business to the next level. That's what's going to get you to the level where you can kick back in your feminine energy, fucking sip a Mai Tai in fucking Bali on one of those goddamn fucking river houses or lake houses or ocean houses and have the best time of your life. Your masculine hustle, balls to the walls energy will get you to there. But you cannot do one without the other. You can't just sit in this feminine energy of manifesting all of these things and expecting life and success and millions of dollars to fall into your lap. It requires work. And I'm sorry, I will not be one of those coaches who will sit here and be like, I make money so effortlessly and easy. I will not be that person. And I think it's so fucking important we start having this conversation with each other that is not the normal until you hit a certain part in your business. But it does require hustle. It requires you stop making excuses. It requires you showing up. It requires you stop sitting in here and saying, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. What if fucking not? But you've got to do the work, guys. You can't expect life just to be handed to you. You can't think because this is a coaching business, it's not a legitimate business. It's a legitimate business. That's like opening a restaurant and expecting people to come in, serve themselves, and still pay for the food. What? Would you go into a restaurant that there are no wait staff, no service staff, sit down, have to prepare your own food, and then pay for it? Hells to the no! You'd be like, what the absolute fuck is this? Why am I even here? So it requires you to put in the work. So today, if you're that person who is like, I have this excuse, I have that excuse, I'm wishy-washy, I'm in, I'm out, I'm all the, Make today the last fucking day that you say that. Make today the last day you expect everything to just fall into your lap. Make today the first day you actually start putting in the work. That you embrace the hustle for as long as you need to embrace it to hit the level of success that you want. Then kick back and fucking relax. Because all of your hard work, all of the blood, sweat, tears, hours that have gone in at the beginning will get you to that point in success where you can be like, peace, I'm P. Diddy on a fucking yacht with fucking champagne shooting dollar bills out of a fucking cannon gun. You can get to that point. Anybody can get to that point, but it's work. It's work that is required at the beginning, so work it. Work. You gotta work. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you like what you saw, go right ahead and click the subscribe button. Also, don't forget to head over to iTunes and check out my podcast, Fierce as Fuck. Thank you so much, and go grab today by the balls and make it your bitch.